CSC from Lakhireddy College of Engineering. Today I would like to share the concept of a collection framework in Java. Why we can use the collection framework and how we can apply those collection framework to manipulate the different objects. Today I can share what are the collections in Java, how it will be provided. So collections are a framework that provides different classes and interface, those classes and interfaces that supports to store and manipulate different objects. So whenever I would like to manipulate or store the collection of data in the form of objects, and I want to manipulate those objects also, that should be possible with the help of several ready-made classes and as well as interfaces. It will becomes as a framework, and that framework is called as a collections. So what are the different classes will be supported and what are the different interfaces will be supported to manipulate the objects. So some examples are vector, stack, map, set, list, iterable. All these are different types of classes and interfaces to work with the different objects. And where these classes and interfaces will be available, where it will be stored, these are available in a package called java.util package. All these collection framework related classes and interfaces are existed in a package called java.util package. So how the architecture will be there? If we have seen the architecture like this, here the root class, the blue color indicates uh, indicates the interfaces, and the green color indicates the corresponding classes also. So the root class for the collection framework is iterable, which is inherited by the collections, and in the collections different interfaces will be there to manipulate the objects: list, queue, set. And how these list will be implemented? So already the list will be implemented by the three classes: array list, linked list, and as well as vector. And vector will be extended by, there will be one more class called stack. So all these are array list, linked list, vector, stack. So it will implements a concept called list concept. And coming to the queue, if you want to implement a data structure queue, it is an interface which is implemented. The queue interface will be implemented by priority queue, or we may implement the queue as a DQ, or we may also implement the queue as a array queue. And there will be another data structure set. The set is a unique order list of elements, which is a hat set, which is implemented by hat set, linked hat set, and a sorted set. Sorted set is an interface. Indirectly, it will be implemented by the tree set. And there will be one more data structure map also: hash map, tree map, and linked hash map. All these are different classes existed in the collection frames along with the interfaces also. How I can implement, how to implement these collections? I can open the IDE, NetBeans IDE. So meanwhile, just I can start the collections. Collections framework, and here which is existed in a package java.util.start, and I want to, the root class is iterable, which another class collection. So three types of data structures will be there: list, and set, and as well as Q, and also one more data structure map. Okay. And today I would like to implement the list data structure. How to implement the list data structure? So for this, list is an interface. We can create a reference for the list 1 equal to, which is implemented by, there is a possibility of different chances. The list, we can create the list with the help of a class called array list object. We may create a linked list, or we may also create a vector. List is created by using a concept called array list. And the list will be created if you want to use the double linked list. Then we can use list 2 equal to new space linked list. We can also use the vector. And another way is, if you want to create, or you would like to directly create the array list, we may also create array list equal to new array list. Similarly, we want to create the linked list L equal to new linked list. So this is the way for creating the list using the collection framework. And here, actually, when we have created like this, it will store all the data. If you want to store only an integer data type, then we can use another framework like generics framework we can use, that will be discussed in the, when we can implement this concept in the types, we can discuss the concept of generics also. And now how to add elements into list. So there will be a method called add method with element. So we can use list object dot add of element. So add is a method which supports adding of elements into corresponding list. So this is first we have seen the implementation of list data structure. List is an interface, create an object for this reference, and it will be implemented by the array list, new array list, or we may also use list to reference new linked list, or you can also directly create an object for the array list and linked list. And the second case, how to add elements into the list, use a method called add method. So list object dot add. And next case, store the integer elements into list. This is my request, because here if you have taken the above the example, I may use L dot add of 10. I may use L dot add of 20. L dot add of, so by using the L object which belongs to the linked list, I have added three elements, that is 10, 20, and string element I have added. Different types of values, it will be allowed because we didn't specify any generics, any specification of data type we didn't mention. So the linked list L which accept any type of values. This is for storing and retrieving only, then there will be no problem. But if you want to perform any string related operations or integer related operations or any data type related based operations, then definitely you can specify the list accepts what type of data. So here my case is store the integer elements into list. So for this, how to create list data type? So we can specify the type object equal to new space if I want the array list, we may use array list. This is the syntax. So whenever you want to store an integer element into the type list, so you can specify the type list within the angular braces, mention the type object equal to new space. The list will be implemented by either array list or the list will be implemented by the linked list. So you can use the array list and type. So coming to the example, list, the type is integer and object is list1 new space array list and the type will be. So if you want to store the integer elements, then you can use the corresponding object only integer to store the integer data values. You can use a wrapper class integer, don't use int. So it will not accept the basic data types. You need to specify the corresponding classes for the data types. If it is an int, you can use the integer. Double, you may use the double class. Boolean, you may use the boolean class. If it is character values, you may use the character class. So I want to store the int values. So instead of int, you can specify within the angular braces, specify the integer object's name equal to its new space array list. Now add elements into list. So how can I add? List one dot object dot add of in. So here our object name is list one dot add of 10. List1 dot add of 20. List1 dot add of 30. Yes. So the elements will be successfully added into the list. How we can display? Directly you can display using list name. What is our list name? List1. Or we can also display the elements one by one, that will be in the example. So this is the case. So whenever you would like to store the elements into the list will support how we are inserting. In the same way we can store the elements. We can store the elements into the data structures sequential order. And how the list will be implemented? The list will be implemented by using, if you want to in the background, if you want to need the arrays concept implementation, use the arrays list. Or if you want to need the concept of linked list, then you can implement the list using the linked list. So this is one syntax: list object name equal to new array list. or a new linked list, or you may also use directly create an object for the array list or linked list. And next one, whenever you want to store the elements, use a method called add method, list object dot add method. And after that, here we have seen some case that is without specifying the type, the list will accept any types of values 10, 20 strings. If it is only for simply storing purpose, no problem. But whenever we are applying some manipulations or operations, then uh, only particular type of values. If you have a case like store only integer elements into the list, then you can use this syntax list with its angular space. It is actually the generic concept, generic classes, a generic object. Use the type object equal to new array list. So here list integer list 1 equal to new array list of integer. It stores only in integer elements. Add the elements into the list 1 dot add and this. And now we can do the program and new project I am taking. The project name is collections. Choose new project. Java. Java application. Next, collections. Yes, collections.java. Fine. The package is collection. Yes, and now first create the first type. Create list. Do you want array list or a linked list? Array list. I can put this as a comments. And now how to create list al list integer al equal to new space array list which stores the integer values only. So it is showing some error. What is it? So import the package called java.util.arraylist. Okay. And one more import java.util.list. Okay. First I will tell you without any specific data type, then I can add the integer. The list is created. List object created. And after that, how to add al dot. Yes. So we get several variations will be there. In the add method, you can add the particular element. Add of object. Add boolean appends the specified. If you have observed this, public boolean add up appends the specified element to the end of this list. Okay, you can add the elements into the particular index also. That is second variation. You can add elements from another collection. Okay, you can add elements to the collection to specific index also. So I need only sequential order. Add up 10. al dot add up 20. al dot add up 30. al dot add up there. Fine. All the elements will be acceptable. And now print it. Print system dot note dot println Just very easy. Within the main method, we have created the list object and add all the fourth elements and print. Just run the example. So I have displayed the single element only AL. AL indicates the list. So within the square braces, whatever the elements will be there, 10, 20, 30, that will be printed. That is the first list. Now, what is the next case? Create list for only integer elements. I want to create a list for only integer elements. Other than the integer elements, it needs to generate an error. List integer L2 equal to new space array list of integer. What is the syntax? What is the syntax indicates? The L2 list, it stores only an integer elements only. So we can try this. L2 dot add of 10, fine. L2 dot add of 30, fine. L2 dot add of 40, fine. L2 dot add of yes. So 10 is acceptable, 30 is acceptable, 40 is acceptable, same. But what is the when I am trying to add L2 dot add up baby, so let me observe the error. No suitable method found for add up string. So which shows an error called mismatch. String can't be converted into an integer. Why? Because here specifically, if you have observed them both variations, here there will be no specific data types. All the elements will be stored. But here we can specifically mention the L2 list stores only an integer elements. Even you are trying to add another element, it will show a compile type method. So it can't possible. You may try this. Yes. And now normally print the println na L2. Yes, completed both. It, uh, in the same way, you want to link list from the visibility, no difference, but indirectly, what is the concept linked list means? The double linked list implementation. So array list for array list implement class, linked list and three interface. List is an interface and these two are classes imported using java.util. And one example I done using the array list and another example I done using the linked list. Rep mining will be same. So what is the my doubt is the list allows the duplicates? We may check 40. Yes, the list also allows the duplicates. Okay. The list allows one more point. List allows duplicates. The list is implemented by using arrays, which is the array list, or double linked list, which comes as a linked list concept. These are the observations. Okay. So just recollect, we have created the list without any type, added all the elements, and acceptable, and create a list for only an integer elements. Only an integer, even you are trying to add the string, it generates a compile time error. And after, and one more point, list also allows duplicates. It will be also an interview. What is the difference between list and other set maps or like that? So you may raise that it will allows the duplicates. Okay. This is very simple example we have seen. In the next class we can continue with the another type of examples also. Thank you. Thank you, Mamita.